Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Alexis Bellino reveals plastic surgery regrets after last-minute pre-wedding boob job. The RHOC alum spoke candidly about her cosmetic work and the issues it caused throughout the years. Alexis Bellino underwent a breast augmentation as she prepared to tie the knot with John Jansen. The Real Housewives of Orange County alum confirmed the procedure less than 2 weeks after her rustic wedding in Laguna Beach, California, explaining why she didn't postpone the surgery until after the ceremony. "I'm going in for this last-minute boob, not really an emergency, but kind of an emergency, boob job," she recalled during a recent appearance on the 2TS in a podcast. "I didn't want to have them done again. But by the way, they look smaller, huh?" The podcast hosts, Rox Tamra Judge and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Teddy Mellencamp, agreed and complimented Alexis' new look. "I had a reconstructive boob job done because here's why. My left side had encapsulated, so it was getting hardened and growing up here," Alexis explained. "It was starting to grow up under my chin. That wouldn't look good in a wedding dress," Tamra jokingly added. "But then also, guess what happened?" Alexis continued. "My implant ruptured. It was kind of an emergency, but not really. Like I wasn't gonna die." Alexis opened up about the surgery during a May interview with People magazine, saying she had received multiple breast augmentations since she was 19 years old. The mother of 3 said she got her implants replaced in 2008, but began experiencing concerning symptoms around 2022. Her doctors determined that the scar tissue around the breast implant had hardened, resulting in tightness and discomfort. Alexis said she had her boobs corrected that same year. However, the symptoms popped up again 6 months later. "Most of the time, when you have it, it does keep recurring," she said about the condition. Although she was experiencing shooting pain in her breast, Alexis refused to have surgery again unless it was vital. She ultimately had a change of heart this year as her symptoms intensified. "My left breast started to raise and swell to the point where not only is it uncomfortable and hard, but now it's actually noticeable in photos," she told the outlet. "I was feeling numbness and tingling in my arms. I kept telling John, you know how your arm falls asleep when you're lying on it? I wasn't even lying on it. It was just constantly falling asleep. I just knew I had to do something about it." Alexis said she had the corrective surgery on April 15th, which is when her doctor also discovered the aforementioned rupture. She said she considered going implant-free, but decided against it after a conversation with her surgeon. "My doctor said, you have 0 breast tissue, so you will not only have scars everywhere for all of the skin, but you will be completely flat," Alexis recalled. "So I was like, okay, I don't know if I can live with that, so we'll just take our chances and pray." The doctors ultimately removed Alexis' old implants and replaced them with smaller ones. They also inserted surgical mesh to reinforce her new implants. "I went smaller. So Jesus Jugs is going down," she joked. "I'm sure Tamra can come up with another nickname. It'll be Little Jugs or Jesus Jugs Jr. I don't know." Fast forward to October 31st, when Alexis confirmed she was still dealing with implant issues. She posted a video from inside her bathroom, revealing the surgical drains under her shirt. "So no one has known this, but I want to be very, I guess, open or honest about getting boob jobs. It's my 4th or 5th boob job," she said before touching her left breast. "This boob is not happy about anything. 5 months later, I had to put bags in. I'm just letting you know, don't get anything. I've told all my daughters, there's no boob jobs happening. Stay true, keep yourself, no plastic surgery. You don't need to get a boob at 19 or 20. Alexis expanded on her plastic surgery journey in the lengthy caption, saying she regretted getting breast implants at a relatively young age. "I would have waited until after I had kids. I wish I could have been stronger back then," she wrote. "So what my now self would tell my younger self is, Alexis, you are good enough no matter the words teenagers throw at you. You are strong. You will make it past all of this and you will regret it if you change your body now. Wait. Be patient. Don't listen to the noise and haters calling you pancake. Just be you." Alexis Bellino, known to Bravo fans as one of the glamorous former stars of the Real Housewives of Orange County, has always projected an image of sun-kissed California luxury. Perfectly glossed lips, immaculate clothing, and a sculpted figure once defined her public persona. Yet behind that well-curated facade lived a personal decision she now wishes she could undo. a rushed trip under the knife that she calls one of the biggest mistakes of her life. In a recent emotional revelation, Alexis reflected on the whirlwind choice she made before her wedding. A last-minute breast augmentation that was supposed to enhance her confidence but instead left her feeling like a stranger in her own skin. Her story, layered with regret, insecurity, and difficult lessons, sheds new light on how easily the pursuit of perfection can fracture a woman's relationship with her body. The months leading up to her wedding years ago were, as she describes, a blur of lace, diamonds, and pressure. Like many brides-to-be, Alexis felt an intense desire to look flawless on the big day. Every detail demanded attention: her hair, her dress, the shoes, the venue, and somewhere in that frenzy a persistent whisper formed: what if I just made one tiny improvement? For Alexis, that tiny improvement became breast implants. I wish I had thought longer, she admitted. It was an impulsive decision, more emotional than logical. One afternoon of insecurity, fueled by wedding day jitters and amplified by beauty standards she absorbed from living in Orange County, led her to schedule a procedure she barely understood and didn't truly want. She recalls the feeling of driving to the consultation, stomach tight, her head buzzing. She knew it wasn't necessary. People already told her she looked incredible, fit, glowing, and elegant. But the nagging sense that she could look even better refused to quiet. Rather than ask why she felt that way, she decided to act. I thought it would give me the extra confidence I needed, she said. Instead, it became a burden I carried. Alexis realized that regret didn't stem only from the physical results of the procedures, but from the emotional motivations driving them. She had not pursued surgery from a place of self-love or genuine desire. She had pursued it from insecurity and pressure. That, she learned, is the most fragile foundation on which to build any major transformation. Her regrets were not exclusively emotional. Physically, the surgeries brought complications. Scarring, sensitivity, and discomfort shadowed her daily life. Some days, she felt betrayed by her own body. On others, she was frustrated with herself for making the choice in the first place. The glamorous narrative of easy procedures and effortless results clashed with the difficult reality of maintenance, adjustments, and lingering fears. Each follow-up appointment felt like a reminder of a decision she wished she had never made. But the turning point arrived quietly. Alexis had already begun scaling back her public life, recentering herself away from the cameras. She spent more time with her children, cultivating friendships that didn't revolve around image. She went through personal upheavals, including divorce and shifts in identity. In that stillness, she discovered a new perspective. One grounded in honesty rather than performance. Sharing her regrets became an act of liberation. What once felt shameful now became a message. She opened up about wanting to reverse some of the procedures, or at least accept the aftermath with grace. She hoped her story would encourage others to pause before making irreversible decisions. Her message wasn't anti-surgery. Rather, it was pro-intention. Make changes for yourself, she urged, not because the world tells you to. Her vulnerability resonated powerfully. Many praised her courage, noting how rare it is for public figures to acknowledge regret in an industry built on curated perfection. Others, who had walked similar paths, shared relief in hearing their private feelings reflected by a familiar voice. With each conversation, Alexis felt the weight of her past decisions lift. Her experience, once a source of deep personal conflict, became a tool for connection. Today, Alexis sees beauty differently. She celebrates the marks of time, laugh lines, softness, expressions earned through living. She cultivates wellness from the inside out, focusing more on mindfulness, balance, and authenticity. She speaks openly with her children about self-image, emphasizing that confidence doesn't come from changing what you look like, but from appreciating who you are. Her journey is ongoing. Some days are harder than others. Yet she has reclaimed something surgery unintentionally took from her: clarity. In sharing her story, she has stepped into a new role. One defined not by aesthetics, but by honesty. If there is a silver lining to her regret, it is the wisdom that followed. She learned to listen to her instincts, to question external pressures, and to honor her true self. Alexis Bellino's story is not a cautionary tale meant to shame those who seek cosmetic enhancement. Instead, it is a gentle reminder that every decision carries emotional weight. In a world obsessed with perfection, her voice rises with refreshing truth. Beauty is not a product, it is a relationship with oneself. When that relationship is rooted in acceptance, no surgery is ever necessary. When it is rooted in fear, no surgery will ever be enough.